celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Glad to have you with us from Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas, home to the SMU Mustangs. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Yellow Jackets will kick it off to get us underway. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So SMU's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And Jesse, this offense is built around a guy who could be a generational talent at wide receiver.
This offense is explosive because of that guy. He can take routine catches and turn them into long touchdowns. He can take the top off of a defense. They're going to throw his way early and often in this game, David.
And I can tell you already.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Guys, let's have a look at SMU. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range that people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see if the squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love. Now, Jesse, how do they handle that?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today, it's about as big as it gets.
This offense has it with really good field position. Looking downfield, it's King. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Trying to set up the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back. Just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Caught on the outside. It's Jackson. Here comes the field goal unit. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. On the ground, it's Peterson. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Rides the back on the option, the give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big 3rd down opportunity coming here. Safe completion on the screen. He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the first down. And the Mustangs send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. To the air, it's King. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Yellow Jackets with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here comes the option. The pitch. Picks his way ahead, pickup of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, the ground game. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. The Yellow Jackets will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Snagged in the middle, it's Peterson. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later. Not so fast. You think it's going to be automatic, 2nd and short. They're just going to turn around and hand it off. But how about the penetration up front defensively, shutting that play down?
Yeah, and if your defense wants to be aggressive, well, that's fine. 3rd and short, I still got 4th down as well. So don't be afraid to be aggressive on those and play action because defense a lot of times really expects run. Then it can take some big shots and man coverage down the field.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Trying to get it to the marker. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Great place to start for this offense. To the air, it's King. And wings it incomplete.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Shakes off the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Quick completion to the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Now on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a Heat. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And I really like the belief and the discipline by this QB because he drops back. He wants to throw the football. He sees it's covered, but he says, I can go get it, and takes off and barely gets enough for the first down. But way to pull the trigger, run it, and run it with authority.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He'll do it himself. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. And, guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense. Now you're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, a TFL. Now you got a big 2nd down. You're probably expecting the offense to throw with a little bit more room to work with.
Man, the last thing you want after controlling the ball, moving it down the field, is to have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw, it's King. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got some room to run. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. On target to the left. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. Turning it on. They believe in this running game, and they take it all the way down to the 25 before he goes out of bounds.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Under fire. Trying to make magic with his feet. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
And this defense did exactly what they wanted to do. You force the passing situations. Now what do? Now you can drop back, play pass. And when the quarterback scrambles, now I just rally to the football. I tackle him on the ground, and I force the fourth down.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your O-line, I say go for it every time.
Motion from the wideout. Dropping back, it's Knight. Grabbed over the middle, it's Peterson. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Looking to fire. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, and he's able to get the ball back, but he does lose yardage on the play.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. The Mustangs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Powers forward. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Mustangs. Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it was a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
He'll bring it out. It's Stockton. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's King. Bringing the heat. Catch in the middle, it's Reynolds. He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the 1st down. And the Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in at the 25. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Cooper. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Here on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Knight. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
1st down for the offense.
That's reeled in. It's Knight. Breaks into the open. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. And the Mustangs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
The Mustangs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass, it's Knight. Got his man. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Now the pitch. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, SMU!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Wants to go up top. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
He's going to throw deep right side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Yellow Jackets will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Scanning the field, it's Knight. Here's the pressure. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Back to throw, time running short in the half. But it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time. They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle, it's Cooper. Gets it to the 37, clock stops to move the chains. This will likely be the last play of the half. Double time, hustling to the line, they spike it to stop the clock. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. The lead now 7 here in the third quarter. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Dallas. And this second half will likely come down to which offense can figure something, anything out. Take some chances, get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Gerald J. Ford Stadium.
set to get this second half underway. He'll bring it out. It's Etheridge. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime, you riled yourselves up, and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Makes the grab. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Yellow Jackets are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Yellow Jackets want to move quickly.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to...
There he goes. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. The extra point here would tie the game. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He stopped immediately. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wide receiver going in motion. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. He'll try to do it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
These kind of QBs put a lot of pressure on defenses. You think about it. It's so easy to roll him out to the left, a little bootleg action. Does he run it? Does he throw it? I got to cover the pass. I can't just give up the deep ball. And then he chews up a bunch of yards really quickly. So hard on defenses.
He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. And the Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Knight. Fires to the big fella. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Mustangs come to the line needing just inches for the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. It's a draw. Oh, he's got some space.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Mustangs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Mustangs! And that one will put them up here in the second half. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that front.
He's loose. He's inside the 40. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Fires to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking for a man. It's Knight. Got it in the middle. It's Gandy. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Takes the handoff. It's Peterson. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
The Mustangs are moving quickly down the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Looking down the middle. Intercepted to stop the threat. Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Well, when the offense goes empty, that triggers the defense to want to blitz. The linebacker came that time. They couldn't get him blocked, and down goes the QB.
That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's King. He'll throw it. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. And the Yellow Jackets will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gandy. Turning it on. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Throws it back. Rushes on him. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Got room to work. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen. They want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up.
Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that right there, probably the biggest play in this game so far. The offense has the lead, and they're just trying to run the football to run this clock out. But the defense able to knock it out, jump on it. Now all of a sudden, this game has a completely different feel.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll run it from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snaps, he's coming down.
Going downfield for the big play. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Yeah, and a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Snagged in the middle. It's Cooper.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5. And the Mustangs moving quickly to the line. Pressure coming. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Here comes the offense on 2nd down.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
The Mustangs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for him.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
With the catch, it's Brown. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Under fire. Quarterback on the move, still looking. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
And because of the success that this quarterback has had early in this game running the football, if I'm the coordinator calling plays, I'm dialing up his number more. Design runs, and also telling him on the sidelines, hey, listen, remember, if it's not open, take off. Just go get it yourself. They don't have an answer for you right now, and this is a big key for us to win this game.
Dropping back, it's Knight. That 3rd down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking for the goal line. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a 4th quarter lead. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, SMU! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. The Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. I mean, you put the ball in your best player's hands. Like, late in the game, you got to trust your guy. I'm interested to see what they do here on third down coming up. Let's call it third and interesting, right? Top clock ticking down. Do I trust my QB to throw the football? I got the lead. I want that clock to continue to roll.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Mustangs will line it up on 1st and 10. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. It'll be a draw. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
After